Students, here we are given with the dissociation of two solids. Okay, solid A which dissociate according to the equation, and solid D. So let me write the reaction. A dissociates to give B plus C. Okay, so this is a solid, these are the gases. Fine. The equilibrium constant, which is told as Kp1, which is equal to X atmosphere square. Similarly, the solid D, okay, I'll write here, solid D dissociate to give again C gas plus E, right? So for this reaction, Kp2 is equal to Y atmosphere square. Fine, no? Now what is told? This is a solid. What is told? How the total pressure is related to the X and Y, that is equilibrium constants of two different reactions. Fine, no? So now what we do is we denote, okay, we find out what is Kp1 and Kp2 separately. Is that okay? Then what is total pressure we'll come to know, so that we can connect this to the equilibrium constants X and Y. So the solution or solution for this problem goes like this. Let me write equilibrium pressure, okay, equilibrium pressure of the individual reaction. So being solid, it won't contribute for pressure, as you know, okay. So therefore the pressure of this first equilibrium is entirely due to gaseous B and C, and whereas second equation is C and E. So what I'll do is I'll take P1 as the pressure of the first, since it's told Kp1, I'll take pressure of the gases present in equation 1 as P1. So what is B then? It will be P1. What is C? Because partial pressure and molar concentration is constant, no, at equilibrium. Now that of equation 2, we P2. So this is P2, this is also P2. But there's a problem. Why? Because I'm having both this dissociation reaction in one chamber. So pressure of C is not alone equation 2, but also equation 1 to be included. Therefore, in the reaction mixture, pressure of C is due to first and second equation. So its pressure to be added. So this is P1 plus P2. What about this one? P2 plus P1. Did you get that? Yes. Now you write individual reactions. We have Kp1, that is equal to X, which is equal to what? Product of molar concentration or partial pressure of the product by reactant. The reactant is solid, so it won't contribute. Only product of partial pressures of B and C. Pb into Pc, which is equal to what? P1 into P1 plus P2. Do you agree? That is equal to X. What about Y? Kp2 is equal to Y, that is equal to what? Pressure of C into pressure of E, that is equal to P2 into pressure of C is, okay, I hope you understood this, okay, P2 into P1 plus P2. So let me write this as equation 1, equation 2. What I'll do is I will add this, because in the options X plus Y form is there, so I have to add Kp1 plus Kp2. Alright, so this implies X plus Y is equal to, I'm adding this, so what happens this, P1 into P1 plus P2 plus P2 into P1 plus P2. Am I right? So P1 P2 is common. When you take P1 P2 outside, what will remain with P1 plus P2? So this is nothing but, this implies X plus Y is equal to P1 plus P2 the square, or P1 plus P2 is equal to root of X plus Y. So equation 3, I'm not done yet, isn't it? Not yet done. Why? Because it is total pressure is asked. Total pressure is not alone P1 and P2, but also, right, here C and B and E pressure to be added. So it is P1 plus P2, only pressure of C. Okay, so I'll write here, we know that, okay, P total, that is total pressure, is equal to, tell me, Pb plus Pc plus Pe. So this is nothing but, tell me, Pb is here P1, plus PC is P1 plus P2. P1 plus P2. What is PE? P2. So can I write this as 2 times the P1 plus P2? Am I right? Total pressure is equal to 2 into P1 plus P2. What is P1 plus P2? From 3 square root of x plus 5. Okay. 3 implies that P total, which is the total pressure of the reaction mixture, is equal to 2 times the root x plus y. So this will be our answer for total pressure in terms of equilibrium constants. So which is option, dear students? Yes, option D is a right choice over here. That's it. Hello students, this question is related to the characteristics of equilibrium constant. Whenever we add to equilibrium reactions, equilibrium constants to be multiplied. Whenever we reverse equilibrium reaction, then reciprocal of the equilibrium constant to be taken. And when we multiply the equilibrium reaction with any integer or number, the power of the equilibrium constant to be raised by that number. So on this basis, this question is right depending. Now what we do is we write the given two equations. S plus oxygen, sulfur plus oxygen to give sulfur dioxide is told, and I'll write that as K1, 10 to the power of how much it is? It is given 52. I'll write this as equation 1. Now the second equation, sulfur also will combine with oxygen to give sulfur trioxide, SO3, multiplied this equation there, so we'll do that. Fine, no? So this is a balanced equation. Now when we do that, equilibrium constant K2 obtained was 10 to the power 129. I'll write it equation 2. Fine. So this is what given in the question. Now also told that calculate the equilibrium constant for the one of the very important process or the step involved in contact process or even Chambers process for the manufacturing of sulfuric acid. So what is the required equation? I will write that as a required equation. Okay, so equation which is required to calculate the equilibrium constant for this equation, sulfur dioxide 2 moles with oxygen to give sulfur trioxide 2 moles. What is the K value? I will write as K3 equal to how much? Students, remember equation 2 has got that sulfur trioxide on the right hand side, so here also right hand side I have to retain equation 2. I should not change anything on with respect to equation 2. Fine. What about the equation 1? Sulfur dioxide as a product in equation 1, but in required equation it is present as a reactant, so I have to reverse the equation 1. Not only that, there are 2 moles of sulfur dioxide in the required equation, here only 1, therefore I have to multiply equation 1 by 2. So when we multiply, power has to be raised, then I have to reverse that equation, therefore reciprocal of that raised equilibrium constant to be taken. Fine. Yes. What else we have to do? We have to cancel sulfur 2 moles each, no, and oxygen is 1 mole, so equation 2 to be added to equation 1 after reversing, therefore 3O2 minus 2O2, it will be O2, so we will get the required equation. So I'll write the operation which we have to perform: multiply equation 1 by 2 comma reverse it, isn't it? Reverse it and add to equation 2. So when we do that, we will get the required equation. Add to equation 2 to get the required equation. Required equation that implies K3, the equilibrium constant for the required equation, is equal to S. When we multiply by it, what happens? K1, right, becomes K1 square. Am I right? So it will be K1 square. When we reverse that, it will become reciprocal of that. So what is the value of this? It will be 1 divided by K1d square. When we add, what happens? Equilibrium constant will be multiplied, so into K2. This is nothing but 1 divided by 10 to the power of 52 the square into 10 to the power 129. So I'll write this as 104 10 to the power minus 104 into 10 to the power of 129. Am I right? Yes. Now this sum is 10 to the power of 25. So that will be our required equilibrium constant. Got it? No? Yes. Now which is option, dear students? This implies option, yes, A as a right answer. That's it. Hello dear students. Yes, here we are given with one of the general equilibrium reaction, that is A is reacting with 2B, right, to give 2C plus D. Equilibrium constant is denoted as K. Now our work is to find out K, but for that condition is given. The concentration of B, initial concentration, is 1.5 times that of A. Okay, let us assume certain value for concentration A, then concentration B will be 1.5 times of that. Now also it is told that at equilibrium the concentrations of A and B are found to be equal. So at equilibrium, concentration of both the reactants are same. What is the equilibrium constant? So what we do, we write initial condition. Okay, initially let concentration of A be 1 molar. I will take it as 1 molar. Then what will be B? 1.5 molar. No products. Okay, under equilibrium stage what happens? Let X moles or X molar solution got reacted, therefore product form will be, I'll write D as X molar. What about C? 2 times the X, because stoichiometric coefficient is there. Now what remains here in B? It is 1.5 initially. Now 2 times the X got reacted. Yes. What about A? 1 initially. Now X mole got dissociated, or X molar solution. I say mole and mole are same because considering volume as 1 liter. Fine. Now given one condition is given. What is that? At equilibrium, right, concentration of A is equal to concentration of B. Now concentration of A is 1 minus X, that should be equal to 1.5 minus 2X, which is the concentration of B. Correct? So this enables us to find out the value of X. So I'll bring X on this side. So 2X minus X will be X. 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. I'll write as half to make my calculation easy. Now K is equal to, we know equilibrium constant is a product of molar concentration of the products to the molar concentration of the reactants. So now K is equal to concentration of C square into concentration of D divided by concentration of A into concentration of B to the power 2. Yes, you substitute the given concentrations there, isn't it? So when you do that, what happens, dear students? C square will be here 2 into 1 by 2. Okay, I'll write it 2 into 1 by 2 the power 2. Okay, concentration of D is X. X is nothing but 1 by 2. Am I right? Whole divided by concentration of A is 1 minus the 0.5, which is 0.5. So I'll write as 1 by 2 into B 1.5 minus 2 into half is 1. So 0.5 again. So 1 by 2 the power 2. So this is nothing but half get cancels. 2 into 1 by 2 is 1. 1 square is 1. So I can write this as equal to 1 divided by 1 by 2 the whole square, which is 1 by 4. So K is equal to 4, equilibrium constant, which is option D is the right choice. That's it. Yes, students, here we are given with a hypothetical equilibrium reaction. Okay, A plus B giving C plus D. The equilibrium constant is found to be 100. Suppose if we start with the equal number of moles or equal concentration of A, B, C, D. So product is also there, reactant is also there. That is 1 mole or 1 molar for that matter. What is the concentration of D at equilibrium? Right. So let us find out it. Let us write the reaction. A plus B giving C plus D. Equilibrium constant K equal to 100. So it is told that initially we are starting with 1 molar solution of each, or 1 mole is fine. Okay, so we are having 1 mole of the product as well each. So at equilibrium what happens? Equilibrium, let X molar be the increase in concentration of C. Okay, so X molar is a increase in concentration of C. So we'll write this as 1 plus X. Already 1 molar was there, now 1 plus X. What about here? It's also 1 plus X. What about decrease in concentration of A and B? 1 minus X each, right? 1 minus X. Now we know equilibrium constant Kc is equal, or K is equal to, we'll write general notation K, which is equal to what? Product concentration, product of product divided by product of reactant raised to the powers equal to their stoichiometric coefficient. Since stoichiometric coefficient same, we need not raise it to the power. So this is what 1 plus X into 1 plus X divided by 1 minus X into 1 minus X. So let us substitute. K is 100. 100 is equal to 1 plus X the whole square, right, divided by 1 minus X the whole square. So take square by taking square root here. Okay, take the square root of it. So 100 square root of 100 is 10, equal to what? 1 plus X by 1 minus X, right? So this is 10 minus 10x, 10 minus 10x. What about this? 1 plus X, isn't it? So I'll bring 10x on the other side. This will become 11x equal to 10 minus 1 is 9. Fine, no? So I'll write this implies 11x equal to 9. So x equal to 9 by 11, which is what? 9 by 11 is 0.818. Am I right? Yes. So molar. What is asked? Concentration of D is equal to 1 plus X. 1 plus X, this is 1.818 molar, isn't it? So what is option? Option B is the right answer in this case. That's it.